I was actually just listening to Sacred Economics, Charles Eisenstein's
Hmm.
book, and towards the end he says was it back in 2012? He was talking about the housing bubbles and everything, and he was saying these financial crises they're not going to go away. It's going to keep happening probably in the next couple of years. And he said, but this is how change works. Change, the exact quote he said was, change rarely comes in the absence of crisis. And I think that's, again, we're talking about preference. Like what the world's dealing with right now is heavy. But just before that, who did we have as a president? Barack Obama. What was his slogan? Change.
Yeah.
It was like, yes, we can, but it was all
Hmm.
about change.
Yeah.
And so we've been culturally, globally asking for change. We see that, there's things that need to be worked on in society for sure. And we're advanced in some ways and it feels like we're still archaic in other ways. But that's what I loved about what you were, especially at the beginning when you were saying, see if I can get what you said right. But like, I think fundamentally there's two choices that a person has. You can either wait for the darkness to come find you, wait for the challenges of the world to come find you, and then you can be reactionary and just hope that you're up for the challenge. Or you can start doing what rites of passages have been for how long? And enter yourself into the darkness, enter yourself into challenging experiences, and learn what those things are always there to teach you. It's always about like, what is it here to teach you? Because at the end of the day, that's what you're going to take that, beyond the physical when you leave this place. It's what you learned, what your soul got to experience, and how you were able to stand in honor of what the soul was whispering to you the entire time. And the thing I love about darkness, I love psychedelics, I love any kind of challenge and rites of passage, whether it be physiological or psychological, but darkness predates all of it.
Hmm.
Darkness predates even concepts. It predates the human mind. It predates like all creation. When you're looking at the Tao, I remember you had on, who was it that was,
Daniele Bolelli.
yeah. And you were talking about how like the Tao is older than God,
Hmm.
So when I was making Psychedelica for Gaia, I remember I found out that the endocannabinoid system has been on this planet for 60 million years. We found it in sea cucumbers, sea squirts, the same, and it hasn't evolved much, those receptor sites. But the plant, cannabis, didn't come along for like, that's only been here a couple million years. So there's something about that I thought like, so I wonder if the kind of cannabis experience existed back then. Well, no, it couldn't have because humans wouldn't have been around. So what we're thinking about like here is like, what does darkness give you when you are in a like, let's say a dark room and you're experiencing that? You're experiencing something that predates what psychedelics could probably bring you to. So that's why I was really interested. I have yet to do a dark room retreat. I stood inside your dark room for
Hmm.
a little bit, and it's weird how when it's shut and it's closed, everything feels different. The pressure, the air,
Yeah.
everything feels different. And I just find that really curious that darkness seems to predate a lot of these other kinds of rites of passage, which is probably why you find it all around the world, as far back in time, and culture as you can go, and as far across the globe as you can go. We found the Kogi, which is probably my favorite in Northern Colombia. But the Eleusinian Mysteries, there's the Telestrion, um, and I think that was in the Mithraeum in the cult of Mithras. The
Hmm.
Telestrion was, I think, the ancient Greeks in Athens. There were Celtic, Egyptian.
Yeah, the inner chambers of the pyramids,
Yep.
designed acoustically and in absolute darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So many different ways. My teacher learned from a Hindu tradition where they would go into caves,
Mm-hmm.
and the great yogis would, stay in the caves for sometimes months,
Yeah.
and just bask in the darkness till they could see the truth that emerged in there.